Alright, the first construction we're going to work on in this video is we're going to construct a regular hexagon that's inscribed in a circle. Now on the test you're about to take, the circle will already be there. However, if you were starting with like a blank sheet of paper and we're going to construct the regular hexagon, the first thing you would do is draw the circle. But anyway, our circle will already be there. So the very first step is to take our center point and bullseye it. And we need to set the compass to the radius. So I'm simply going to adjust my slider so that the pencil hole is right on top of our line from our circle. Okay? And once the compass is set to that radius length, what we need to do is simply pick a starting point on the circle, and where you start really doesn't matter. So I'm going to mark that spot right there. That spot is the spot that I will bullseye, so I'm going to bullseye that spot, and now what we're going to do is use the length from the radius and use it to make just these little arc marks right there. So this will be one vertex of my hexagon. There's my next one. And to get the third one, I'm just going to bullseye this one I just made and make another mark. So you just kind of work your way all the way around the circle, make a mark, and then use it for your next mark. And these arcs don't need to be very big, they just need to intersect the circle. So there's 4 done. Bullseye and mark the next one. And here comes my 6th and last mark. Bullseye number 5 and mark this one off right there. Okay, in fact, if you want to, you can kind of check your Okay, so there's all 6 marks made all the way around, and now all I need to do is take each of these intersection points of the circle and the little arcs I made, and those will be the vertices of my hexagon. And now I'm just going to take my straight edge and connect those vertices up. So here we go. 1, 2. We just spin the hexagon around as we use the straight edge to draw these segments in. And there. And there. Okay, and there is my regular hexagon inscribed in a circle. And the whole thing is built off of matching the compass to the distance from the center out to the circle and then marking that all the way around. Okay, now we're going to construct a median of a triangle, and just as a reminder, what does a median connect? It connects the midpoint of one side of a triangle with the vertex on the opposite side. So basically we just have to find the midpoint, and then we can use the straight edge to draw it in. So I'm going to, you can use any of the 3 sides. I'm going to use this longest side right here, the hypotenuse. And to find the midpoint, we're going to use a construction we've already learned. We're going to use perpendicular bisector. So a good way to do this one is to kind of just guess for yourself about where that midpoint would be. I'm going to mark that right there. And the reason we want that is because we're going to bullseye one end of this side of the triangle, and kind of the only rule is you have to adjust the compass out so that it's past the midpoint of your segment. So that looks like I'm past. We're going to slide this up and we're going to draw a nice big arc just like that. Okay, remember, it never hurts to have an arc that's too long, but if you don't go far enough, that can cause you some problems. So I bullseyed this point. Now, keeping exactly the same setting, I'm going to bullseye this other point right here and pinning it down. I'm even going to go left-handed. Another way to do this is you could just swing the paper around. So using the same pencil hole, I'm going to draw that arc in right there. So there is my 2 X marks the spots. And remember, the only reason we're doing this is because we want to know the real midpoint of this segment right here. And if I line up these 2 X marks the spots and draw in the bisector, just like that, right there, there is my official midpoint. Okay, now that I have that official midpoint, drawing in the median should be easy. We're just going to connect it with the vertex on the opposite side. So this right here would be my median. and I've just drawn it in. So the perpendicular bisector just helps you find that midpoint so that you can draw in the median. All right, if you have a compass at your house, you can practice this a bunch more times. You could just draw your own triangles and then practice finding the median.